Hello guys, today we're flying my bot F4U-1D Corsair made by Magnitude Free in DCS World on the World War II Marianas map. Our goal for today is to call start the aircraft, taxi to the runway, take off, fly a pattern around the field, and land successfully. Okay. First, I'll sweep the cockpit from left to right to make sure every switch is in correct position, because sometimes it's not. Most of the times in real life, it's definitely not in the right position. So, fuel valve, reserve, throttle, 1 inch forward, propeller RPM, full down, so maximum RPM, full pitch, low pitch. Make sure our mixture is set to idle cutoff, which is back, and supercharger neutral, which is forward. Okay. I'll check our flight controls. Right, left, forward, aft, and right, left. Okay, that's good. Turn on our battery, fuel pump, and prime the engine for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open the starter cover, and we'll start the engine. We'll let the propeller rotate for about 6 to 8 rotations. Then I'm going to flick the both mags on, and then go full mixture, release the starter switch, and then advance my flow a bit more forward to make sure we have a good start. Okay, and let's set for parking brakes. Let's do that. Okay, here we hear the Corsair coming in for landing. Okay. Alright, we have a good engine start. So now we will set the intercooler to neutral and the oil coil to neutral valve. We'll open our cowl flaps 2/3 open, and we'll increase the RPM to about 800 RPM. I'm going to let the engine warm up for a few minutes. And we'll also set our altimeter, which is about 298 feet. Okay, so I'll get back to you guys once we're ready for taxi. Alright, so we're currently ready for taxi. We have warmed up the engine for a few minutes. So first, switch the wing lock lever to down, just unlock, and spread our wing. And now we're gonna hear the beep, so we're gonna put the wing lock lever up. And now we'll set the takeoff trim. So rudder 6. Why is it doing it? Okay. Why is it doing it? Okay, come on. There we go. I don't want, it wasn't letting me to set 6 degrees right. And same thing goes for the aileron, and elevator trim is 1 degree up. Alright. So now we will disengage the parking brake, and we can slowly taxi out. Alright. Left and right is clear. There's nobody crossing our path. And we're tapping the brakes for turning as well as with the rudder. Rudder is not enough to make this plane turn, even though we have a big tail at the back. Gotta be careful, because if you tap the brakes too much, you might start sliding, which I did a second ago. So I'm just constantly dancing on those pedals, going up and down on them to make sure we're not gonna slide on the runway. Gently start turning. taxi forward. And now we will stop here, go tail wheel lock, and I'll go flaps 20. Now hold the parking brake. Correction, we're gonna set the parking brake and we're gonna increase our RPM to 1,700. And now we will check both mags. So left mag, right mag. Now it's both. Okay. So what will happen now is we'll increase the power a bit while holding the oil brakes and quickly perform our last flight control wipeout. Okay, we're good. Now we're gonna slowly add power to reach the gauge before we go into water injection. So here we are on the roll. Try to keep it nice and level, nice and straight. And now we are pitching down. Let's add a pitch up trim, so it's gonna. And we will also want to add aileron trim, so that way we're not rolling over all the place. We can come back on the power, and I'll get back you guys once we're established on the downwind leg, ready for landing. So here we are. Establish a beam of runway. Flying parallel to runway, just the opposite course. We're in a good altitude and we're about to begin our left-hand turn towards the runway. As our wingtip is passing, the wing is past the runway now. And we moved the throttle too much, so that's why we wobbled around in the air. It's due to the torque effect of the big radial R2800 engine installed in the Corsair. And now our control has switched. So instead of using throttle to correct our altitude, we're going to use it to correct our glide slope, and we're going to use our stick to correct speed and roll. And we can use a rudder to help fine-tune the alignment with the runway. And we're doing a curved approach as done on carriers back in the day. So that way the nose is not obstructing our landing. Now we're floating the aircraft, not letting it touch. So essentially we did a controlled crash. So we stalled the aircraft down onto the runway. And now we're applying brakes to help slow down the Corsair with rudder as well. And now we brought our flaps up and set our tail wheel to unlock to have freedom of movement. Now we're doing turn with the brakes to park the aircraft. Now we stop, unfold our wing fold, or unlock our wings fold, and now you can see the wings are coming up. And now we're turning off a mixture and magnetos and supercharger. And once the wings fold, we're going to turn off our battery and fuel pumps. And there we go. That's the landing. That's the video then. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Next time we'll be taking a look at the overhead brake arrival onto the field. Have a good day.